I have the honor to welcome to the United Nations His Excellency Pedro Castillo, President of the Republic of Peru, and to invite him to address the Assembly.
Señor Presidente.
Mr. President of the General Assembly, Mr. Secretary General, Excellencies, ladies and gentlemen. The 76th session of the General Assembly is taking place in a world context marked by instability and uncertainty. Given this, we can be certain that our peoples are demanding answers on the future of the pandemic, peace, security, economic recovery, and the decrease of inequality and poverty. It is up to you, Mr. President, to shoulder the responsibility of leading the General Assembly at this changing and fragile moment. I am convinced that your dexterity, knowledge, and experience will lead us to the best decisions and success in our endeavors. Coinciding with the bicentennial of Peru's independence on the 28th of July of this year, I assumed the presidency of the Republic in a democratic exercise whereby the sovereign will of the people led to a vote for social change with macroeconomic stability and sustainable growth. It is the first time in the history of my country that a school teacher from the rural world has assumed the leadership and destination of my country. I am compelled by my responsibility towards the poor, the disenfranchised, the most vulnerable people, businesses, middle classes, and all those who have suffered from the pandemic without exclusion, all Peruvians. Peru is a cradle of one of the greatest civilizations in the history of humanity. It is a multicultural country which is multi-ethnic, and it has staked my government to build a society and a state with roots in the people, with social inclusion that would eliminate inequality, unfair distribution of wealth, and which would build a sound and solid democratic society. A society whereby freedom and civil rights would be guaranteed by a democratic and representative government and state that would drive forward the participation of the people and governments at the subnational level, regional and local levels, in all processes in taking decisions that impact the destiny and lives of our people. I reaffirm the vocation and affiliation, which is democratic, of my government. I reaffirm its commitment to social justice. The task is not just to consolidate the rule of law and the division of powers, but also to make effective in political life the exercise of the rights of the people on a day-to-day basis. 25 years ago, and since the last 25 years, the economy of Peru has enjoyed sustained growth, one of the most important economies in Latin America. And notwithstanding this, the ravages of the pandemic on the national economy and the world will impact our responsible management and efficient macroeconomic framework in order to continue expanding and growing and provide better redistribution of income. At the same time, Peru presents indicators of inequality and extreme exclusion, a situation which compromises the values and ethics of a democratic society, impacts the competitiveness of the state and the economy, and that is why it is necessary to provide social transformation that will allow all Peruvian men and women to enjoy their social and economic rights, in addition to fundamental freedoms, civil rights, and political rights. A transformation of all households and every family, their rights in education, health care, decent employment, dignified salaries, social security, access to housing, and access to individual life, economics, and a collective which is respectful of the rights of Mother Earth. We also endorse the historic initiative of Secretary General Antonio Guterres to build a common agenda in the world, in a post-pandemic world, that would establish a new social contract.